Before you begin assembling your mat system, you'll want a sharp industrial knife. If you plan to attach your mats permanently, you'll want to use a gel-type rubber adhesive, like superglue. In the scenes that follow, we'll cover mat-to-mat assembly, ramp-to-mat assembly, corner assembly for custom configurations, continuous length ramp assembly, and mat cutting. Oh, and before we begin, it's important to note that Cushionese series mats are compatible with the NoTrax patented 551 MD ramp system. MD ramps are packaged rolled up in a box. Before starting your project, unpack the ramps and roll them up in the opposite direction a few times to ensure they will lay flat. Once the ramps lay relatively flat, you're ready to begin. Now, let's get started. For mat-to-mat assembly, use the male and female connectors to simply lay mats in place. Line up the appropriate connectors and press firmly together. Once the mats are in place, we suggest that you run your foot along the connection to ensure that the mats are firmly held together. MD ramps come with mitered ends to form corners. The ramps are manufactured in male versions with connector plugs and female versions with holes to accommodate connector plugs. These are the same male and female connectors that are molded into the mats. If you plan to simply attach ramps to all four sides of a single mat, you'll need 2 male ramps and 2 female ramps. Each ramp has a tab at one of the mitered ends. This tab provides a firmer mechanical connection at each corner. Using the male-female connectors on the ramps and mat, connect the first ramp to the mat. Then, connect the next ramp by positioning the female connector over the exposed male connector tab of the previous ramp and lock it into place. Continue to work your way around the mat until all the ramps have been attached. It's that simple. When you're installing a custom configuration, it's always a good idea to lie out the mats and ramps in their intended position before assembly. For an outside corner, you should cut the ramp along the outward-facing 45-degree mitered marking, or cut line C, found on the underside of the ramp. For an inside corner, repeat the process using the inward-facing 45-degree mitered marking, or cut line B instead. For a continuous length ramp, simply cut the ramp along cut line A, found at 1-foot increments along the underside of the ramp. Then, remove one of the corner tabs for use as a connector between the 2 ramps. The 2 vertical plugs insert into the 2 corresponding holes along the cut lines on the underside of each ramp. This will make for a secure joint. As with NoTrax ramps, it may be necessary to cut mats in order to accommodate a specific configuration. All NoTrax mats have 1-foot cut lines on the underside of the mat. There are female connectors running along each of the cut lines on the underside of the mat to accommodate assembly to other mats or ramps at the new cut point. That's all you need to know in order to get started with your NoTrax flooring layout. Thanks for watching. I hope we've answered any questions you may have had. If not, please don't hesitate to call us directly at 1-800-621-2802. And don't forget to visit us on the web at www.notrax.com.